Hello? Is anyone there? Am I speaking to the void? Maybe I should put that I'm live. I'm alive on the social medias. Man. Hello? It's Arknights time! I'm sorry I'm late! Running a bit late today. I think that is okay. Oh, wait. Let's actually do the social media thing. I was thinking maybe I'll continue not doing it, but might as well. Spam every follower with my obnoxious going live tweets, haha. Yeah, no problem, boy. Thanks for being here. Sorry I'm late. As I was just a little bit late getting back. A little late getting back. Just by virtue of when I was allowed to get home, but alright. Are we reading the event? Yes, no. I have a feeling Rance will say yes, which is very unfortunate. But it's okay. I just need to chill for a bit. I think. How's everyone doing? I'm trying to remember how to do the thing. It's really weird coming back from a full day of doing like a whole bunch of shit. And then it's like, right, how do I do this like completely other thing that is not related to... It's not related to the last like 8 hours of my life. I guess 9. You know. How do I do this other thing? I forget. Don't quite remember. Share this thing. Yeah, it's really funny because I opened I opened Adobe Premiere at my school, basically, at tactician school, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, I wasn't sure if I had my videos on the cloud. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, close this and keep it closed. Like, I like, tried to turn off the... Trying to turn off the screen, and it ended up loading on the other screen, because there's 2 monitors. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna hope that it hasn't loaded any videos behind, like, the pop-up, basically. So I minimized it, and then, because I had to edit an audio file, basically, and they were like, I was basically like, I can't say why, but I need to minimize Adobe Premiere. And they were like, why? And I'm like, I just didn't want any suspicious things to pop up. They were like, oh, like adult content? And I'm like, no. But, like, it's, like, under a pseudonym. Like, I don't want it to, like, open, you know? Like, I can't... They're like, oh, like NDA stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's basically an NDA. Not randomly outing myself as a VTuber at my school. That'd be cool. That'd be a pretty epic gamer move. If the reason why people figured out I was a VTuber was literally because, like, I loaded up Adobe Premiere and my backup cloud documents, like, got displayed when I opened Adobe Premiere. That'd be epic, hilarious meme. Because, like, I think even the project names are, like, slightly different. You know what I mean? And that'd be very embarrassing. Hello, Nyanko. Welcome. Yeah, welcome everyone else as well, by the way. Glad you're feeling a little better, Rance, from your mouth surgery. Will the reading come with voice acting? I'm not sure. Probably. Can try my best. Hello, Gadgil. Yeah, I hope you don't mind me chilling on the loading screen. No particular reason, just that today is kind of like the final day before I need to, like, do other stuff. Am I a girl? No, unfortunately not. I'm a smelly man behind the cute girl model, unfortunately. As I do not self-identify as trans or female. This is going to be an exciting event, if not the story for the rewards. Probably. I like playing the stages. I guess I also have to, like, read stuff. Unfortunately. Stinky. Oh no, I'm unfortunately stinky poopy. Yeah. Yeah, for me, if I could, like, isekai and turn into Flarous, that'd be Pog. But that is not the case. Being full isekai would be my requirement, and is not possible. So it is the life that I live. Only for myself, of course. Yeah, basically. Boop. Hello. How's everyone doing today? Hope you are all doing well. How old are you? Just coming out with all the questions, Nyanko. You can't ask a flag bearer their age. Come on now. I'm glad you're doing well, Snow. That's good to hear. I am 2 lifetimes, technically. If you consider my canon lore, I have been alive until I was not alive, and then I was alive again. This is an interrogation. Wait, why am I being interrogated? 40? If you want to believe I'm 40, sure. I don't have to answer these questions. I'm sure people have tried really hard to figure it out. /S. Yeah, we're just chilling. Honestly, I'm super tired, so I'm just really, really tired. Depending on, depending on, like, you know, whenever I feel like disclosing more about Tactician School, there is one role that is not usually available in Tactician School because people don't like doing it. And that was me this time. So that was a lot of work. It's good though. I didn't feel overworked. Oh, I don't feel overworked, I'm just tired. So I feel like I'll be good. Yeah, Flarous' age depends if you count their time magic or not. And I'm out of money school. I'm going to take courses on how to use my drawing tablet, and then I'm gonna finally make some fan art. By all means, Krayos. Got it done. Nice. Yeah, we basically do. We did done do it. And we were, yeah. Project scope was really good. And then we got it done. And then sometimes the under years in tactician school are very enthusiastic to extend the scope. And then I have to be the grumpy upper year who says no. You just hit them with the classic make it yourself, and then they're like, ah, shit, you got me. And then they're like, okay, that's fine. Anyways, we're in Arknights. I saw that they gave us a 10 pull, so I'm really excited to do that. Also, it appears, despite there being like a tied vote, it's about 62 to 38. Can I do an anime girl voice? Like, probably. My problem with doing that is I feel like I messed up my voice a really long time ago, and I'm scared to use my upper register. Yes, 10 pull. You only got a 5-star? Damn. Damn, only got the pity 5-star. Feels bad, man. Unlucky. There's a video about that if you want to see my... I mean, it was a half-sarcastic attempt at it, but, you know. It's never too late to do voice training. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I already injured myself once, so I feel like it's not... It has no longer become important to me. Also, you say it's never too late, which is, like, fair. Like, it's never too late to learn a new skill. However, there are definitely physical considerations for people who cannot heal their body anymore as well. It's like you get like an arm scrape and it's like, wow, I really hope that doesn't like get infected and I die. Oh no, I have to clean this. I can't just like leave dirt in it and hope it's good. Like I want to believe that, like, younger people just, like, get injured, and then because they don't believe it's a real injury, it just goes away. You know, I'm not even that old, honestly, but, you know, didn't mean to be... No, it's fine. Right, I think it's really important to understand with what lens people are saying things. So it's like, I was picking up what you were putting down, right? The idea is that it's not too late to, like, learn a skill, usually. Sometimes there's complications, but don't let it beat you up. Because, like, let's say, for example, right, you wanted to learn something, and then you kind of, like, talk yourself out of it due to whatever reason. You know, like an ism that is unfair, right? It's kind of like it's already going to be difficult for that reason. Like, let's just assume that there's a very real difficulty with whatever thing that, like, is a very real thing of why it might get in your way. Like, right? Like, let's just assume that's real for a second. Regardless of that, like, that difficulty is always going to be there anyways, right? Now, someone with ADHD, that's pretty much your biggest roadblock. Yeah, exactly. So, right, there's basically, like, ADHD is already tough enough, right? But let's say you really, really, really wanted to do it, right? Telling yourself that it's going to be difficult because of ADHD just makes you hurt more. You know what I mean? So it's like going into it understanding, like, my ADHD is, like, really gonna make it very difficult for me to do this thing. How can I help myself? You know what I mean? I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, by the way, so I can't really comment on what specific things would make that more or less difficult. Yeah. It's kind of like, because, like, the difficulty is already there. So it's like telling yourself you can't do it because of, like, makes it harder. And by all means, you can draw the line wherever you want. Like, you don't have to force yourself. It's just, yeah. Best approach in general for that case? Yeah. When we're making sweeping generalizations, we definitely want to be, you know, we want to consider things. But, you know. I always feel like when I say those kinds of things, they're just so... I don't know. A number of my specialties have required me to understand how useful generalizations are, so I hope that doesn't come across as insensitive. To say that, like, generalizations help, but it's only one lens out of, like, hundreds of perspectives you can use. But yeah, so we're Arknights. We're an Arknight. Thanks for checking me. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're playing the video game. So you know what's really funny? I really feel like when what's it called? You know all the like pop-ups they have in gacha games when there's like new events and stuff? I always feel like those are like God, what is it called? Like pre-game cutscenes. You know what I mean? It's like, should I not open the game at all when there's a new event so that like when I come to the screen it goes like tentpole? Can be like, oh hey, there's a tentpole, you know what I mean? Like I kind of wonder about that sometimes. But anyways, let's get all this stuff. I guess this means we're reading the story, which is good. It is okay. Let's end the poll. What was it? 8 votes. So it was literally like 5-3. No worries. Is that a Frostleaf skin? Cute. Alright. I'm familiar with this, except I'm not. Cool. It gave me a roll. Let's do the thing where we pull the things. Yes? We're trying to pull for whatever this is. This is the new shiny unit that we would like to get the thing for. Let's do it. I guess if we get a 5-star in the first pull, it's kind of like... Cool! Hey guys! Welcome to Arknights! It's the first pull! It's the first pull! What is this shit? What is this? Woo! No suspense! I just didn't think it was gonna be anything.
Are you the doctor of Rhodes Island? It
Cute.
seems the Aegir hunters really trust you. Do show me how special you are as we work together in the future.
Cool. It wasn't Spectre, unfortunately. What does she do? She's the dual strike guard, right? Arknights Borked. Amazing. Yeah, she's very cute. Yeah, her accent sounds a little, like, I want to say, like, Indonesia, but maybe, like, that's probably wrong, right? There's just some of the, like, mouthiness sound from Indonesian accents, but I'm not an accent specialist, so I have no idea. If anyone else knows or has a better sense of that, I'd love to know. Well, I guess we have a 10 poll. We already got a 6-star, which means that this one's not a 6-star, right? Like, that's... Thinking North German? You're probably wrong, too. Yeah, like I said, I actually have no idea. Just sort of the mouthiness sound reminds me of... Yeah. Just because I watched some Niji Sanji ID. Before Niji Sanji English existed. Niji Sanji ID speaking English was the shitpost area. that was easier to consume. So anyways, like, what if we got 2 6 stars, right? Like, that'd be kind of cool, right? Right, like if we got 2 of them. Got 2? Ah, man. Oh. That's, ooh. I mean, you know, that's fine. Fine. I'm good. I'm good, man. Yeah, hi, Beagle. Alright, well. Nothing to see here, folks. Yeah, from high to low. Oh, man. Ugh. I don't really want to pull for Stultifera, but she's really cute. Blue bag of shame, yeah. Because we pulled the 6-star on the first one. So I didn't actually read what Irene did. What does she do? Levitate for 1 second. White bags with a 10 pull? Is that possible? I've never seen that before. Also, hello, Vol. Volino? Damn. Nearby ground enemies. Cause them to levitate. Then bombard 10 times. Each hit deals flaying to all enemies a small target. To 6 ground enemies in front. And causes with 3 or less weight to levitate. Okay, so she's kind of like 6-star B-Beak. She has like a CC effect on a Twin Strike guard. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I imagine the expected, you know, the expected rate or whatever on getting like a 10 pull with all 3 stars is like absurdly low. Like, ridiculously low. But yeah, I'll think about if I want to pull on that again. But I suppose we're reading the story and we're doing whatever this is. Ah! Cutscene.
唐に語る言葉を失い大地の僧帽もまた闇の潮流に飲まれ瞑目した。今ここにそれは再びまなじりを決するだろう。イベリアの名のもとに。
Oh. Oh. Holy moly. Holy moly. That was cool as hell. I feel like that, the chainsaw on the wall that makes you go up would be a really, really cool game mechanic. Because you know in platformers how it all, like, you, like, usually slowly slide down when you, like, wall grab? I feel like a mechanic that made you go up, like, not like a Celeste climb, like a slow go up, like a dash. Like a 1 dash per wall climb that kind of like slingshots you off of it. That'd be really cool. Damn. That was really cool. Also, friendly reminder that Scotty has similar hair to me. With the absurdly long, very, very absurdly long hair with the small bow at the bottom. Very cute. Got the one I didn't get. Balter spooked me twice. Congratulations, I suppose. Yeah, I pulled Irene. Who I don't actually know if I'm gonna use, but she's like very cute. Oh, Jonathan. Welcome. Wow, there's so many people here. I didn't expect there to be people here. I'm trying to have like a chill day today. But yeah, I suppose we're gonna like waltz through the story. Oh. Am I at a misunderstanding of how this works? It's a big event. The sword has already become scantily clad. Nobody cares about the stories that once unfolded here. Nobody remains to record them. Silence falls upon all equally, bring the same quietude. Only the street sign marks these memories, roughly engraved with the name of this small town, Gran Fara. Okay. I have a map. These ones are just story? Are there no actual... Wait, are there no actual stages? Oh, wait, hold on, is that what? Oh, Iberia, okay. Wait, so are there no stages? Wait, I don't understand. Levels will open later? Wait, I thought there were levels! Wait, what is this? I have been scammed! God damn it. Apple told me the event was today, so I thought there was like stuff to do. I just clickbaited everybody. There are just a lot of nodes that are little story bits. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you meant when you said later that I thought you meant like I was waiting for this. It is today, just a lot of nodes. Oh, okay. Got it. I was like, did I just like clickbait every single person in this audience? Because that'd be like an epic gamer move. That's what we call the epic YouTuber maneuver. Is clickbait everybody and then completely forget about what is. Alright. Let's click on the next one. Oh! Sorry, it's like, this is normally where you put the character text box. So it's like old well. It's like, are you sure you want to call Calstit old? I feel like that's like not a... That's not... I don't... Is she an old well? I don't feel like that's appropriate. I feel like Calstit's gonna kick my ass if I say that. Oh, man. Okay. He threw a question into the ancient bottomless well and received an answer in return. What was the answer? Oh, is this a... Okay, so now we're reading story. Terra, the land, these lands, the nations across the world. Hotel Travago. Calcid is literally ancient, a fossil, and a granny. That's fine. She would probably still kick my ass. Like, I don't know what to tell you. These terms and the language around them flow in widespread use only because of how narrow they actually are. Has there ever been some majestic language of the ancient past that could describe everything between heaven and earth? Where we put into words the everything we might encounter in our day-to-day lives. You know what's really funny about this? What's really funny about this is, like, I remember seeing one of those, like, shower thoughts, like Facebook posts that were like, man, did you know that bees are so sophisticated that they have a signal that tells them that they're like other bees in this area? I don't think it was bees. It was some other animal, but it's like they have a very specific signal to, like, make sure that you know that there's bees. Do humans have a specific signal that tells you that there's bees here? I don't think so. It's not sophisticated. And then, like, it's one of those, like, first reply memes, right? And the first reply was like, yeah, there is a signal for that. It's called, oh shit, there's bees here. We better run. Like, yes, we do in fact have, we have a way to communicate that. We have a very sophisticated communication method of telling people that, oh shit, there are bees here. Good meme. It just reminded me of it because it's like, where's the majestic language that lets us really communicate that there are bees here? It's like, well, we have that. We have a signal for when we see Scotty, we go kya. Yeah, exactly. It's like, guys, we can communicate. We can use the memes and communicate. Yeah. Scotty. I guess this event will probably have Scotty in it. Oh no. Should I be scared? Are people actually going to say kya? I'm scared. I'm scared now. A grandiose term encompassing the earth, the sky, and even the seas, of which the land-bound nations know so little. A single word to narrate millennia of life's progress. Where among the collective mind of mankind is such a word. Oh, where, Calstit? We will make our sophisticated signals. Hey, look, it's Calstit! Kawaii! I'm sure you know the answer yourself. It's like, do we actually pull out the grandpa voice? I feel like that'll, like, ruin my throat. I know quite a bit myself, yet still asking myself, day after day, no man truly escapes the unknown. The unknown will forever torment mankind. I can't do that. That's literally gonna kill me. Are we doing more reading? Yeah, we have an event today, so we're reading whatever the event is. Yeah, I can't do that. It feels like it's like screwing me up. Ancient Sarkaz language. Alma and world. Interesting. I thought there would go with the Sargonian word, alm, or alam. The same idea, I think. Yours was a Sarkaz language? It was. Strange. You're a feline who calls herself a doctor, yet your first instinct is to use the devil's tongue. That's racism. Arknights challenge. Don't be racist to Sarkaz. Impossible. Your identity is like the ever-changing clouds above the sea, never content to remain the same. Language will not change its essence for such trifles. Language. Now look here, Calsted, a well. I think we can see that. I think we can see it as a well. Yeah, my understanding was that when people called them devils, it was in a relatively derogatory way. Yeah. They're seen as like cursed beings and stuff. It's more of like a hee hee funny than anything else. Do you know how to draw water from it? Do you know how the Iberians used these blue cornerstones to build their houses? Those damn sarcas being so horny all the time? Yeah, I felt that when I was a succubus for October. It's really hard being horny all the time. That's why Cal's felt bad for the sarcasm mercenary she killed. Glad that you found out the release date for Deer Days. Yeah, I hope it's not, you know, I would hope it's free to play. Normally they're free to play. If the Iberian nobility hadn't let their pride go to their heads, the ocean would surely have made the nation an impenetrable fortress. I swear, they said impregnable like one time, and it screws me up every time I read impe. Like in any of the text. The well is deep, but it's very close to the shore. Look, it hasn't yet dried up. There is a false sun inside. We should be on our way, sir. The elderly man does not answer her. He simply picks up a small rock in silence. The rock could not be more commonplace, with no particular reason to fiddle with. Yet, as though absorbed in the sensation of the sea breeze on his skin, he continues to gaze at the bottom of the well. Wow, this water is very cool. Cranberries. Galsa doesn't push the issue. She silently awaits for the man in front of her to answer. She sees that the clouds are moving, the winds are strong. Cranberries. There's no rush, Kalstead. There's no rush. We have ample time for rest. No matter the arguments you've made. If I drop this rock into the well, how long would it take for us to hear the splash? Well, there's this really cool branch of science called physics. So we could find out the time it would actually take if we'd really like. Oh, 5 to 6. Good job, Calcit. Even the most simple Iberian knows how to make use of the sea. Knowledge that went into the deep coastal well. And yet a Victorian farmer or Colombian worker might not even know what the vast sea looks like. Calsted, how many questions have I asked you on our journey so far? The old man holds his arm out, the rock still in his palm. Then he let go, sending it tumbling downward. Despite its rapid descent, the two of them lock their eyes onto it, yet without adequate sunlight, they soon find themselves unable to follow its trek into the depths. It's been 2, perhaps 3 seconds. Nothing but silence shrouds the two of them. Even the wind has come to a halt. How quiet. I was going to say, how quiet? But it's not that. Kalsa thinks to herself, how quiet indeed. Plop. The quiet sound echoes through the well's walls. The well's walls. The well's walls. As though reminding them that, in the brief moment lasting but a few seconds, all the lands are still. 123. Quite a bewitching number. Oh, she was counting the entire time. 120... Oh, no, that was how many questions he asked. 123 questions. Over 123 years. The Inquisition boasts not a single Inquisitor older than me. Damn! Fam is old. Most have died in battle, a few of old age, and even fewer given to the cowardice during the endless ordeal. It does not end very well for them. I've experienced all there is of Iberia. I've seen its fleets setting sail and heard the Victorian envoys quivering. It was a rude awakening when the profound silence destroyed our nation. My countrymen are still yawning because they're tired as fuck. Are still drowning in their hatred for the disaster and confused over the loss of their dream. Iberia doesn't live long lives. Even the Iberi... Or, it's not... This is Liberi. Is this a different place? Or have I been reading it incorrectly the entire time? Even the Liberi elders, the oldest and healthiest of them, are unable to shoulder... Oh, it's... Oh, they're like... The people from Iberia are Liberis. Yeah, okay. Iberia's present calamity. Your age is a miracle, one forged by the Inquisition, and which also grants you an unprecedented sense of devotion. In that era, when both glory and ideology began to crumble, you and the earliest Inquisition members were revered as saints. Is this old man an operator? Rants when he sees any, like, slightly designed male character. Is this man's an operator? Me, any team. Anytime I see a slightly designed female character, is that an operator? Saints, a title for those who once served as a glancing or guiding beacon for mankind. There's a lot of well-designed characters that are not operators, yeah. But just like firewood, it's become nothing but ashes. I've watched the season cycle by a few hundred and... what? I've watched the season cycle by a full 123 times, yet it seems only the cold winters have left their mark on me. I've seen so many truths with my own eyes, yet can never recall the sight of spring. Galstot. Yes. Look in the old man's eyes change. Faith is a language, and prayers can pave roads. At this very moment, the nation of Iberia, or perhaps an existence beyond that, is caressing its chin, examining the wind speed. So far, I've lived 123 years. I've asked you 123 questions based on my personal experience. Nonetheless, you answered each and every one. You know everything that I know. Man is making progress, and new secrets will forever emerge, yet our knowledge will never be able to overcome that wall we call the known. Regardless, the enemy we face belongs to the other side of that wall, in the dark forest that lies beyond. And you, Calstead, do you belong to our side of the wall, or to the depths of that forest? That's up to you. You might even know the number of leaves on its trees. What a terrifying woman. Make no mistake, the Saints of Iberia remain the pinnacle that humanity can reach, yet you've exceeded that, marking you as inhuman. Perhaps you've extended your life with special arts, perhaps you've inherited some kind of ancient identity, or perhaps you possess a soul that had great ambitions. Even if our faith is only a lie built atop ideology, we nevertheless once held onto it firmly. What is truly saddening, though, is that when old age finally beats us all, we will not have yet managed to solve our problems. While those of us who have bested old age via Rignum arts or other means will only come to fear endless suffering at the hands of our enemies. When did Aegir become such an unknown territory or terror to Iberia? How could an unarmed child so easily accept the help of a stranger brandishing a weapon? What if that child were about to drown? Then we would still require proof. Is Aegir's current situation really as you say? Aegir are the fish people? That's like the Scotties and the Spectres and stuff, right? For once, I can't think of anything weird today as I make my entrance. It's good. Thorns and Akafuyu as well, I see. Oh, wait, is Thorns a fish person? I didn't know that. I didn't know Thorns was associated with fish. Then we get, can the Seaborn and their source truly be defeated? If you cannot back up these claims, then Iberia will not trust you. I will not trust you. He's based off a sea urchin? That's cool as hell. Before I die, you must all prove it to Iberia. Otherwise, the seawater will quench the flame of civilization, before the other nations can prepare. They'll swarm past Iberia and tear this world apart. Perhaps this too, the refutation of Terran civilization, is itself a part of their survival of the fittest mindset. Or perhaps there is nothing inherently different between us and them. Your color palette is a lot brighter than the background. Hello, Dan. A seaside town, huh? Relaxed but gloomy. Quiet but bustling. A lively place but with danger and mystery around every corner. Just the place to get us in that creative groove. What do you girls say? She has seaweed hair. Riffs lightheartedly. Sorry, 1 second. Need to do a sick guitar riff. Deviant Heresies. Hey, it's Punk Lyria. I think my bangs are slightly different. I do like her swirly hair though. Also, there's a slight difference. Slight difference on this character. Can't quite pin it though. The shore's gone an unsettling vibe. I can already smell all that stuff I'd rather not. I really don't think we should be visiting the waterfront so carelessly. Oh wait, these are the performer people. I didn't put that together. Does it matter? If we can find inspiration, come on. Look how fired up about it Dan is. Riffs depressingly. Time to find our muse. Right, it's a good chance. I've never seen them before. They were at the end of the summer event. I'm pretty sure. They were like tacked on with some backstory about like Spectre and Scotty and stuff. I didn't actually read it. That's just where I remember them from. I can't believe we're actually looking to that messed up ocean for inspiration now. They appeared in the Obsidian Summer Festival event, yeah. You like Frost's attitude? Riffs depressingly. Yeah, which is exactly why it's a fresh new vibe. Took the words out of my mouth. Riffs in agreement. Well, should we split up then? I can take our luggage to the hotel on my own. Alright, I'll be checking stuff over there. All by yourself? I'm glad someone's worrying. Just don't forget we're here with, we're playing with fire here. Wait, she didn't do a riff this time. She actually said something. So where's the hotel? That reminds me, how did a small town like this get itself a hotel anyways? Do people even come here? They need to make a living somehow. Right. No living, no music. Riffs. Oh, there's no emotion with this riff this time? It's just like a beat? She does riffs because she is that cool. You know what? Fair. I should have one of those. What are they called? You know, can't you like have keyboards that like go around your? Like, you can put them on your person. What are those called? Like keyboards with suspenders. It's like riff on people. The sea. We're back. Whoa, where's this? Jordy? Excuse me, can I get past? Oh! Yo! Why is Elysium drip the hell out? What is this? Oh, sure, no problem. Have you been sitting in the chapel again, Mr. Elysium? Sorry, We've even run into each other several times already. Don't worry about it. The name Elysium isn't very common here. Elysium power creep the drip tier list in this event? Actually, someone as smoking hot as me has gotta be a rare sight in Iberia to begin with, right? Bro, what? Come on now. This chap is mighty fine looking. Probably. I think. I don't know about that, but someone as confident as you, maybe. Right. It took spending some time here to realize that the place that I always called home doesn't really feel like home. Are you still waiting for someone here, Mr. Elysium? It's been several days, hasn't it? Ha! Not like I have a choice. That's just how things are in my line of work. Besides, I'd rather hang out here in comfort than that in primeval forest infested with bugs and Arignum. This is Arknights. It's a visual novel with no gameplay. You're from outside then? Oh, you can tell? Is it because of the vibe I give off? Actually, I guess you could say that. What do you mean? Like, the way you dress? You know your stuff. This is a Gucci coat, my friend, and I'm dripped as fuck. Grand Pharaoh doesn't see a lot of visitors. There's not a lot of folk here, so everyone in town knows each other. Besides, what with how close to the sea we are, not a lot of Iberia are willing to talk to Aegir these days. Especially after the Inquisition started showing up more often. Right. I get you. I've been through similar stuff plenty of times. Think you should romance this pretty boy? Yeah, I was gonna say they're both pretty, like, I think standardly anime attractive. You know? Does this happen in other Iberian cities too? Like in those prosperous ones I hear about in the rumors? Not just in Iberia, kid. The way I see it, it's pretty much the same no matter where you go. Life's tough everywhere. Racial tension happens everywhere. Yes, unfortunately. It appears to be a reality of, you know. But I gotta say, some of the Aegers I've met are a real handful. I thought he was gonna say really beautiful, and I was like, bruh, Elysium, bro, dude, come on. Just thinking about him gives me a headache. I wish I could beam all my common sense straight into their brains. Which makes you pretty easy to get along with, by comparison. Okay, now that's a face asking who'd ever want the common sense of a guy like me. No, that's not it. Sure, I look like an unemployed bum lazing about here 24/7, but I've actually come a long way and been through way too accuracy got me acting wild. Look at all these beautiful Aegers. So you're an explorer then? What's life like for the Aegir in other places? Not too bad. Not too bad. Hello. Marithiago? I didn't come here every day. I've been hearing some bad rumors lately. I'm worried about you guys. Mama? Ayaya? Ayaya! I've been worried about you guys. Ayaya. Bad rumors. You mean about the cultists? But we're not just close to the sea, we're close to the Inquisition too. The very heart of Iberia. So how could there possibly be cultists here? Who knows? Happens all the time in coastal towns, though. Hardly peculiar at all. Also, I heard someone saw a monster on the shore. Did old Pedri tell you that? You know, the kind of nonsense he goes on about when he hasn't had his drink. Ay. You're a kind man, Thiago. I'm sure you're just worried about Jordy, the boy who works at the chapel. A cute girl? They didn't want you to get bored, how nice. My problem is that I don't have any... I have a very limited amount of cute girl voices I can make. And they're not even that convincing. I'm not a very sophisticated one, though. Maybe you can put me at ease, help me sleep better at night. These rumors are just rumors, right? The ghost ship, the cultists, the sea monsters. The Inquisition hasn't let us go to the sea in a long time. Right. Can't even remember how long. 84 years? 85? Try 56. The profound silence happened in 1038. Have you really been trapped on land for so long in your memories? You aren't even that old. Have you been a prisoner of this place since before you were born? If living in poverty counts as imprisonment, then yes. I've been a prisoner for a long time. I haven't so much as looked at the sea since Marin died. I loathe it. But you're not worried about the gossip, are you? You're worried about the Inquisition. And even more so about the penal battalion. The penal? Penal? I'm too tired for this shit. Coming home to take the battle, to take away all the Aegers. Poor Thiago. The Inquisition snuffed out the love of your life, an Aeger woman. Your anger and resentment is perfectly understandable, but be careful what you say, for everyone's sake. Yeah, I would also be sad if my mermaid wife was taken away. It'd be very sad. Maybe you're right. Okay, I'll be careful. You always know more than the rest of us anyways. So what have you been up to lately? Same old. Doing my job as a third-rate translator in this frighteningly laid-back seaside town. That said, I've been months since a messenger stopped by. All my drafts have been piling up and it's giving me a headache. Translation! I've never set foot outside this small town my whole life. Anything besides Iberian may as well be gibberish to me. It's getting late. Right. Jordy should be off work soon. I hope that the Inquisition isn't going to give a lad any trouble over that gossip these next few days. I'll see you soon. Be safe, Mayor Thiago. Gold tests. Young woman named Ayaya ponders for a moment before turning her mind back to the papers. And all she saw was so many Ayayas. The entire chat was just Ayaya. And for some reason, they wouldn't go away. I've seen novels about Ayaya, Casimirian biographies about Ayaya, Lathanian poetry about Ayaya. Even the Sargonian folks talk about Ayaya. So much Ayaya. All the lands of Terra lie before her as a thick pile of literature, each word waiting to be deciphered in a solemn, orderly manner. Except for that damn face. That damn Ayaya. The air is extraordinarily humid. She can't help but pinch the corner of the page. The sensation of the sea. The waves continue to accelerate and the winds are frightened. The coral lines the sky, painting it a neon shade of Ayaya. We will come to detest ourselves for not having Ayaya. Finished with your work? Yes. As you can see, the chapel doesn't see a lot of visitors. We mostly keep the place tidy. What is this bong for? I'm just talking. Look, the document said Ayaya. I can't do anything about that. That's what it said. It was in the documents. Are you still waiting today? Yep. They should have been here last week, but my superior did warn me they were a weird bunch. So I guess being late is normal enough. Still, it's hard to call that a good thing. But why would anyone choose to meet up in Grand Faro of all places? Strange, right? I thought so too. That's why I volunteered for the job when Misery brought it up. Yo, Misery's in the story. The hey guys! I talk like Sonic the Hedgehog. I gotta go fast and yeah. I gotta go fast. I wasn't gonna finish the other part of that. Not that I expected to waste a whole month here. It's a hell of a long time to be on standby. Don't start that again. But normally the Inquisition wouldn't have let outsiders like you in at all. Oi, oi, Pain, stop. Yamaro, stop. I must dodge. I need to make the animation for that shorter. Because of how it is to their command center? Or because you're yawning? Or because it's close to the sea? Maybe both? I see. So, how did you make it here? I haven't traveled much, but even I can tell that Grand Faro is a backwater. If you really want to know, I could use someone to chat with. I'm dying of boredom over here. Then if it's not too much trouble... Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was so late. Uncle Thiago is waiting. I should go back and make dinner. Family? Something like that. He's the one who raised me. Look, you don't have to be such a doormat just because you're an Ager. When someone's kind to you, try to be more positive. Thanks, Mr. Elysium. Why? Oh, that's our boy. That's the person from the tavern. Who are these people? Grand Faro. It means the Great Lighthouse in an ancient Iberian tongue. Lighthouses once shone upon ships, both large and small, served as homes for all seamen to return to. Many souls dwelled beneath the reefs until the ships fell in love with the ocean, accepting its embrace and facing their own destruction. Ayaya, where is she going? Ayaya. Some sort of commotion up ahead? That's unusual. What's going on? Oh, that's the band ladies. What is this? It says Ayaya. Her name is Ayaya. I'm just gonna keep saying Ayaya. Alti, where are you heading? The chapel. Peeps here shouldn't be using their hands to pray. They should learn to drum instead. This square is the center of town. Everything's built around it. A sculpture of a lighthouse. A guiding landmark to the sea and the town. What a lame analogy. You saying things makes me feel lame. Stop that. Ayayayaya. What a bunch of weirdos. Let's not get too close. Didn't old Pedri mention something like this before? Don't get involved, lest the Inquisition take you away. Sheesh. Why are all these outsiders here lately? The Inquisition just doesn't care anymore, huh? I haven't seen any of them before. Look at the way they're dressed. Are they musicians? Or is she looking at me? Hello? In the past, I wouldn't have batted an eye at seeing an Aegir near the coast, but it sure is a rare sight these days. Do you know what's going on here? What? Oh, you wouldn't, huh? You aren't a child of the sea, you're land-born. Not that that's much of a surprise. Jeez. Hiya, over here! Coming! Oh, right, you, is something the matter? Do you know what that sculpture's of? And do all the locals know? Yes, it's a lighthouse. Apparently they needed a lot of people to work on it way back when. Many of the workers' families ended up staying here. Oi! Why? Why water? Why? Alright, take care, Apple. See ya. Like yours? Yes. I still keep some relics from the era back home, like blueprints and pictures. Yep, lighthouses, Iberian lighthouses. In a country on the land, that's kind of funny. Anyways, the scent doesn't seem to be coming from you. Alright then, you be extra careful. Scent? Was she calling you stinky? Never seen those people. Are those instruments? Maybe they're the ones Elysium was waiting for. Boy! Oh, Uncle Thiago. Sorry I couldn't come back sooner. Don't get involved with them. I didn't see ears or tails. No feathers either. They might be Aegirs. Hi. Jordy, my boy! Boy! You know, I don't have anything against the Aegir, but remember what everyone else has been saying lately? Don't get too involved with those outsiders. If you see any Aegir near the sea, and there's no one from the Inquisition or Penal Battalion around, then they gotta be trouble. She said not coming from you. Yes. I don't know. Maybe I thought I was thinking like stinky and like a you're not the stinky one. It's like I can smell you and you're stinky, but not that kind of stinky. You're a different kind of stinky. It's kind of like chat. Chat's like a different kind of stinky. And it's in a semi-ambiguous a semi-ambiguous way of defining stinky. I don't think they're bad people, but the Inquisition might not see the same way, so I'm sorry. I just don't want to see them take you away. Be a good boy and listen. Before I go, just because it fits the event's theme. Bruh, why the splash? I must avoid. Stop. No one IRL mentioned stink when referring to stench. Hey, what? I'm saying it's like a different kind of stinky. Thank you for the head pat. Quick time event splash. Yeah, see what the splash and bonk count are in comparison to the head pat count. It's the only term we use for that. For what? Stinky? Yeah, you're a different kind of stinky. You're like the good kind of stinky. I get you. You don't have to apologize. I get it. I didn't expect you to agree so quickly. Damn, this guy's freaking wide, dude. Holy shit. Man's is thick. Built like an actual building wall. I don't know the events in Salviento with the 3 Abyssal Hunters. Irene always writes the most detailed reports after all. German joins the hunt? German? Aren't this man make him a unit? And above all, I know that if you meant Iberia harm, you had other, much simpler options. Yeah, it is really funny. It's a Bloodborne reference? That's really unfortunate. I haven't played Bloodborne. I really want to, but it's like exclusive to what, like PS3 or something? And I do not own a PS3. I find it really funny how you go like, I want this man's to be a unit. And it's like, that is literally just the most basic, right? Like the most very, very basic, what's it called? Business model. There we go. Business model for a gacha game or any card game or whatever. Look at this really, really cool character. Hey, if you would like them, you should roll the gacha. He's a very powerful character in the game. I see. Yeah, I suppose this guy being an Inquisitor makes him look very... makes him look the part. Damn, we started at like 6:10. And we rambled until like 6:30. It has been an hour and we have not started a single stage. Christ. You should play longer. We might make them an operator. I was gonna say more like in reference to the characters who are actually operators, you know? Like, they'll show you how cool Spalter is in the opening animation. In the hopes that you'll roll for Spalter. The Abyssal Hunters. Suppose they are as strong and swift as the report suggests. The three of them are still controllable by the Inquisition. We retain the authority to sentence them to death. The only reason they're still allowed to walk Iberian lands is thanks to my curiosity towards your so-called truth. I can't help but wonder if Iberia's current predicament is a result of its pride. Irene was an NPC back in Undertides, and now you got her? Damn. Yeah, so I guess this guy could come out of nowhere. The truth is, no one knows pride better than us. Pride is like the shadow always lurking behind every man. The two inquisitors with whom you're acquainted have already received orders. Should the need arise, they'll appear before us. Seems we have a few unidentified Aegers in Grand Faro as well. You never mentioned them. Who are they? They aren't Aegir. Iberia is rarely mentioned in the historical records, but that doesn't mean our history is short. At the height of our prosperity, we crossed the entire continent, advancing troops to even Bolivar. Both coin and knowledge flooded into our cities like streams pouring into a valley from a high cliff. Those glorious waterfalls roared so deafeningly... They roared so deafeningly loud. Now they could come over even the waves of the sea. Sorry, I wanted to keep reading in with a twang, but it said Sargonian, so I thought it would be weird. Sargonian, but also in Southern. Yeehaw, brother. Angel St. Carmen. Those beings that arose, or rather the Farenmut. Perhaps it is them that I should keep an eye on. They show no signs of hostility, yet they keep me on edge. Maybe they once belonged to the sea. Calstit, you're the doctor here. Could you do the Inquisition a favor? Ask away. The Inquisition's command center is very close to the coastline. We're prepared to face destruction at any moment. But I need you, an outsider, to be our eyes, gazing forward. Seeing as we're in the same boat, I have no reason to refuse. Please, Doctor, spare me the mysteriousness your long life has earned you. Show us where the evil that lurks within us sleeps. That propane tank blew up deafeningly loud, I tell you what. Tell you what? I'll take that as a compliment. It'd be my honor. Tell you what? Oh my good God, I forgot Gladia existed, but holy moly. Down atrocious. God. Oh my God. Oh, God. All right. Sorry. Oh, yeah, there's a Scotty. Kya. Guys, it's Scotty. Kya. Our brief time together as you addressing me differently. On that point alone, you are quite different from before. I deserve this bonk, so I will take it. Sorry. Captain, I have a question. Is that like a cute little, like, concerned face? Is that not her normal face? Change a little bit. You've already shared all the information we have. In the time since we left that Rican coast. Oh! Kawaii! Not all of it. We alone are more than enough. I don't understand why we must also bring... Look at her now. This is how she once was. I looked into all her treatment records at Rhode Island. You've never seen her this quiet before either, have you? Don't you want to help her? And this will help? Perhaps. She alone can defeat her illusions. She is her own key. She can break through the results of those filthy experiments. She's Laurentina? Is that her actual name after all? Spectre's cured now, I think. Was Spectre not cured before? Laurentina is her real name, I see. But until then, we need to prepare a warm bed for her. Have you not heard her talk? I don't remember. See, reading the Arknights story is, like, a new thing for me. I used to, like, sort of read it until Frostnova's thing. And then, like, I didn't really read the events. Like, I read some of them. Like, I read the one about Penguin Logistics. That one was funny. She was very unwell? Damn. Very, very sick. Sick with 3 C's. Sick. I see. Sounded very out there. It was only for a short while, but she woke up. Even so, I stared at her like that. Got labeled as a yandere by a lot of folks? I see. Don't be so sentimental. We aren't here. We aren't her. If she doesn't mind the way she is, we have no right to meddle in it. You trust Dr. Calcent more than I thought you would. Maybe. She willingly stayed in Iberia and created this opportunity for us. I was surprised. And I have to thank her. Can only hope it goes well for her. Maybe I should put Scotty on my team for this event. Have it be, thematic. If we even get to a single stage. I'm not, like... I know I was late today, but, like, we are still only going until probably, like, 8:10. Gonna get a single stage in? Christ. Only reading. No gameplay for Flarous. How dare you demand gameplay, Flarous? Look at the time. Guess it's not happening today either. Here I thought I'd get to see them sooner or later just by waiting in the most conspicuous building in town. No gameplay allowed? Damn. It really is such an uneventful place, though. If I'd known it'd be so boring here, I would have brought along a few more books for Rhode Island. What? A Lateran Trapple? What is that supposed to mean? A Lateran Chapel? In such great shape. Even right next to the sea. Unbelievable. This place's style has a really different vibe, though. I mean, as long as there are Laterans in the chapel, we can jam... Or, there are? We can jam whenever. But this place feels so gloomy. Alti? Or was he saying... Okay. I don't know who said that line. I wasn't paying attention. Best stay away from the sea, Jordy. Chapel is clean and safe, just stay there. Don't worry about anything else. Not a lot of the young ones came back this year. Most are looked for ways to move to the big cities. Now we rely on the Inquisition's handouts to get by. You can see the Lateran symbol at the back. I didn't know that's what that was, but maybe I should familiarize. Hold on. Days are long. Maybe I should familiarize myself with the thing. Wow. You should think about what I said and leave this place. Folks here are the families and the workmen who gathered here to maintain the lighthouse in the past. But times changed. This place will be abandoned sooner or later. Jordy? I'm listening, Uncle. I just couldn't stop thinking about Ayaya. It's just that, where can an Aegir go? Ayaya told me there are plenty of places outside, in other parts of Iberia, where they aren't so harsh on the Aegir. But I need to find a home for myself eventually. Need resources, connections. I can't make that decision easily. I'm not ready yet. If you say so. Right. Ayaya gave me another book, one she translated herself. Not like I'd understand it anyways, though. Take it with you to kill time over in the chapel. Okay. Jordy walks down the street quietly. Seeing the old man in front of him hunching over more and more, he can't help but think back to how he looked just last year. As if to prove how time slowly overtakes us all. Senility? Is always silent? From the moment you wake up to when you fall asleep, every second is like a gasp for air. But Jordy never complained. He's used to this life, after all. Uncle. I'm pretty happy with my life here right now. I get to help out at the chapel. Sometimes I help take care of the children, and sometimes I help patch up the injured workmen. I even got to know the Liberi who came from out of town the other day. He's so different from everyone else. He said his name is Elysium. You don't have to worry about me. It's been a long time since the Inquisition came to town. You don't always have to be so nervous. It's not a chapel, lad. It's a sentry post. The Inquisition set it up to keep their eyes on us, back when we were still trying to repair the lighthouse. But now that the coastline is peaceful and the work of the Eye of Iberia is shelved, of course the Inquisition doesn't give a toss about us anymore. Still, to be fair, the Inquisition isn't completely useless. Only they can stop those. Those? Nothing, lad. Just a few rumors going around about the workmen. Rumors, huh? Lad? You, the strong guy, isn't that strong or important because he's not wearing anime protagonist clothes, nor colors. Yeah, strong dude. Strong lad. Strong mans. Is the mayor, apparently? So, here? What exactly is that? Should I let Uncle Thiago know? Whoa, sea monster. What? Something bothering you, lad? Oh, it's the buff guy. Something bothering you, lad? No, it's nothing. Uncle, just what is there out at sea? That was hella long. Holy shit. A man who has clearly consumed excessive amounts of cheap alcohol over a long period of time is muttering ambiguously, lamenting his lack of a worthwhile life. On hearing that foreigners are visiting town, he finally lifts his eyelids, revealing that the cloudy pupils underneath. Right until sunset. Rock and roll band. Ha! The man snorts sharply. Let them rock and roll their way back to where they belong. We all know that this is just another of the Inquisition's cheap tricks. They're not welcome here. The man picks up his bottle and walks out of the tavern unsteadily. His trailing voice is faintly audible. We've ruined this place. What used to be ours. A ragged beggar leans against the side of the chapel, his hands clasped tightly. He is not so much praying as simply existing, hardly any different from a pebble. Day or night, young or old, healthy or sick, nothing matters to him. Nobody cares about him, and he also cares about nobody. The beggar bows his head deeply, tears rolling from his eyes. I don't deserve to be promoted. What do you think? Is there gonna be dialogue? Am I gonna have to be worried about dialogue? I don't know if I should start another one if there's gonna be dialogue. I got 20 minutes left. I have 200 sanity. 13%. What's all this stuff? Oh, he's the... Is he the guy? He's the dude guy. Just checking to see if I need any of these. I don't think I do. Maybe these? The crystalline components? I guess all of this stuff. He's a great medic, therapist, I think. Yeah, that's a elemental damage healer, right? Isn't that the therapist class? I'll have to check it when I actually get him. Alright, let's take a risk. See if they're gonna let us go immediately into it or not. Nope. That there be the story there. Take a sip of water. Blech. Try not to die. Miss Alti! Your, refactored possession was positively spectacular. Really? Color me surprised. I thought that silly little idea I came up with in the jungles of Sargon was a little bit too avant-garde. But turns out that doctor had something like you under her wing? Huh? Thought you'd all be as stuffy as her. So where are the others? Dan's the excitable type, so she ran straight to the beach. I and Frost went back to the hotel. Pretty run-down place, but kind of interesting. Interesting? Really? So did Calcit tell you anything about us? I only caught a word or two. Seems like you folk have something important on your hands. I was blown away when I heard that the world-famous OS, or AUS, I don't know how to pronounce it, had personal ties with Dr. Calcit. To be honest, I could say the same. But still, I'm glad to have fans even out here. It gives the trip some much-needed spice. Finally getting to meet you makes the whole excruciating month all worth it, though. It's too much. If it's not too much trouble, could you please sign this poster too? Why'd you even bother coming back to Iberia? That's rather complicated. Something I sure didn't expect Alti or Alive Until Sunset, of all people, to be asking me. You like the name of our band? Like? Nay. I absolutely adore it! I am a stan, an absolute stan of AUS. Appreciate it. So where is she? I figured she'd be waiting here with that know-it-all look on her face and then ending up telling us nothing in a lot of words. You talking some shit about people who say a lot of things and don't actually explain anything? Still, waiting for Calcit to contact me. You shouldn't have arrived much later than all of you. Hope she hurries up then. High tide is about to roll in. Oh. male townsperson. They have blue. They got blue. Outsiders. All outsiders. What happened all of a sudden? Did the Inquisition really loosen its grip that much? Yes, outsiders. All outsiders. They're very special. They carry the scent of the ocean. They're stinky! Eagers? Possibly, possibly not. Our brothers and sisters are all afraid. We must make haste. Scarcely has the Inquisition been so negligent. It's too suspicious. Even if the laxity of these waters is a trap, we must continue a relentless pursuit. Fish smell. Yes, they have smelly fish smell. They're stinky of the fish. For the sake of our brothers and sisters, for the sake of restoring the Herald's connection to this land, we must first secure the Eye of Iberia, or destroy it. I do not wish to indiscriminately slaughter the innocent. You were all my family once. Go and have more people join us. We now have the option of choosing a proudly vast road, greater than what Iberia promised us, greater than the entire land. Those people, are the outsiders why our brothers have become restless? It's highly likely. I can't say for sure. We're all weak and frail. Our brothers all weak and frail. We cannot act rashly or the Inquisition will exterminate us. You must be careful, or there will be too much blood spilled on the soil, and she does not like blood. Neither us nor our brothers or sisters need to die in vain. Who's there? Oh, well, I guess that's some dead people. I knew it. Cultists of the church. That's weird. I'm sure she was there for the start of Iberia's golden age. She should be able to get an audience with their leaders. Oh. Why take such a lame approach? Ooh. Did I disconnect? Am I still here? Just an error from your end? Sorry. Okay. I was like, I don't think so. Had to check for a second. Okay. Very funny. Iberia's ascent was centuries ago. Even she can't be more than... Seems her long years of experience have taught her how best to navigate this world. Alas, I'm too young and beautiful to get that stuff. No worries. Gotta make sure, right? Oh, it might have actually been on my end then. I think sometimes the connection can drop. But I don't know if it was on my end or if it was like YouTube or whatever, so happens. Surely you just miss Alti. So, if something really were to happen to her, would you help her? If you're willing to plead on her behalf, maybe. Is she really that important to your, Rhode Island, was it? To be perfectly honest, I really don't understand why she would put herself at risk like this, just to come to Iberia. You just is such a fancy phrase. What it sounded like to me when I was reading it in my head was, you just missed Alti. Like, you just missed them. Like, you slightly missed them. By like a tiny bit, you just missed them. You know? Cal says, okay. Oh, I didn't read this yet. But I fully believe that she willingly took on this responsibility. And even if Dr. Cal said, is prepared to yawn because they're tired as fuck. Oh, to risk herself for Iberia than as an Iberian, I have even less of an excuse. I see. Then you'd better go take a look or keep waiting here. Who knows? Someone might just barge in here hollering and screaming. Hey, what's that supposed to... And then literally. This person's yellow. Out on the plaza. I just saw one. A monster. There's a monster out there. Huh. Is anyone in here? Wait right there, Miss Alti. I'm gonna go see what's going on. What a terrible odor. You stink. Wait, she actually called them stinky this time. Damn, it reeks like hell in here. Have you taken a shower in the last like, anywhere? Damn, you smell like shit. But Dan was right. The petals in the sea of consciousness fall into a waterfall, flowing in reverse. The melody of the scales, the ballad of the rootstocks are all ready to come forth. Maybe I'll find a few nuggets of inspiration on this trip, after all. What is that? Old Pedri was right. My grandfather wrote about these in his diary. It's a sea monster. Is it dead? I won't start moving, right? Sorry, excuse me, coming through. What little light remains filters through the clouds, partially cloven by the monolithic statue. That light's blood splashes across the ground, forming shadows. I saw birds join adventuring parties. Yeah, they're just chilling and then they get dragged into sea monster scuffles. A dying sea terror rests quietly, a monolith shadow, like an old man leaning against a tree to find his final respite. Riffs aggressively. And they casted, what's it called? Forte. Critical hit. Is it already dead? Old Pedri wasn't lying. It really is a monster from the sea appeared in Grand Faro. I know what it's called. We've seen them before. So this is a sea terror. Vicious Mockery. That's another one. It's a good one. One of my friends played a, we played, what's it? D&D in Return to Ravnica. So, she played, what's it called? She played an scientist, bard, who played violin passive-aggressively at people. So their thing was Vicious Mockery. There's like a set of different bard things you can do, right? There's like Inspiration and Vicious Mockery, right? I'm less familiar with D&D, so I don't exactly know the systems. But the coastline is so calm, and how could the Inquisition miss something this blatant? Its vacant, lifeless eyes seem to still be spinning, the land a vast, waterless ocean before them. Dissonant whispers. Which one's that? Where's Bardic Inspiration? Or is that just like a completely different thing? But just as Elysium mistakes it for clinging to life, its gaze once again seems to fixate on a deep, profound death. Its motions halt completely. That's a class feature? Okay. Yeah, I was playing an Azorius Justicar, who wanted to be a Liev Sky Knight, because she, what was it? I think her backstory was like, she was chasing after, like, she liked finding the Sky Knights and chasing after them so she could see the bad guys get taken away. So she's always really excited to see the bad guys in cuffs and be like, yeah, the Sky Knights got them again today, yeah, like, woo, yeah. So that was her thing. But one day they got a little bit too close to a crime that was happening. So she chased after it and was like, wait, where's the bad guy? I don't understand. Where are the bad people? Where's the Sky Knights taking away the bad people? So she was like in an alleyway and there was a criminal and that was bad. I think she ended up like throwing a rock at his head or something like that, which was enough time for a Sky Knight to swoop in. And that person in her backstory ended up, I took a background advantage or something that was a contact. So I had a contact in the Liev Sky Knights with the person who I helped detain a criminal for. by like tossing a rock at their head or something. Yeah, I think the criminal was even like, all right, little lady, get out of my way. Gotta get out of here. And she's like, stop, criminal. You broke the law. Like, you need to stop because you're breaking the law. It's like, wow, that is really unconvincing and I have to go because I just stole some stuff. So you should get out of the way. He kind of just like walks past her. So she chucked a rock at the back of his head and was like, bruh, you little shit. Can you not? So that was the distraction thing. Yeah, threw a rock. It was great. And I remember in one of our first major encounters, I did like a leaping attack at the bad guy or something. Because I was dying. I remember I was dying, and then I like jumped. I did like a running jump off of a platform, and then yelled something like in the name of the, like, something about like for the justice of the Azorius or something, and then I like KO'd the guy. She was a paladin. Yeah, which was actually like a big moment for her because she, you know, still fairly like tentative to actually need to beat people up. Like, obviously I didn't want to like do full pacifism because sometimes that causes problems for not dying in combat, but generally hesitant. Usually casted like CC spells. But she was gonna turn into like the like cavalry with polearm kind of person. Where, like, if you step into their range of threat, they just poke you. And then they free move using the cavalry to kind of hold the line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 5e. But, yeah, I've played, like... I used to play a lot of Anima Beyond Fantasy. I don't like that system, but it's the one that, like, my friends played. I played Lancer, L5R. I played D&D. I think I played a game of Pathfinder. But like it's all the same to me. Oh, I played Axe. Axe is a thing as well. Hello, Andres. How's it going? But yeah, I played a bunch of systems. I know that they're not, like, all the same, but I tend to view them pretty similarly. That's actually a total lie. I guess my approach to playing them is similar, so... That's a lie, too, I guess. Because Anima's very power gamey, so, like... I tend to build mechanical characters in Anima, because the systems are very, like, again, power gamey. I'm currently playing like an angel character with tower shields as wings. She has big hips and thick thighs. Pathfinder looks way more fitting for you than 5e. You haven't tried it yet? Yeah, my Lyria bro, what's it? Used to run like Pathfinder tournaments, so he knew a little bit more about it than me. But just as Elysium mistakes it for clinging to life, its gaze once again seems to fixate on a deep, profound death. Oh yeah, I already did that. Already said that. Is it staring at me or something else? Who's gonna deal with the corpse? Just look at it. How disgusting. Would it eat people if it were still alive? Damn. Look at the tentacles on this thing. There's like... It's got like some ridges, you know? All I'm saying, you know. The sea terror cannot speak, but its deformed husk shines brightly. A large group of people gather around it, afraid, suspicious. Suspicious? Would you say that this thing looks perhaps slightly suspicious? But nevertheless drawn to it, as if it were lit. As if it were lit fireworks. Fireworks, indeed. Its death is just like fireworks. No gashes, no signs of wounds from a hand cannon. Death did not choose it, rather, it chose death. Damn. Feels bad. I was looking kind of sussy, you know, it had the dome shape, everything. No, now I'm just rambling to myself. It's one of those sea terrors from the report. Then the Church of the Deep must already be closer than we thought. Miss Ayaya, hurry, come take a look at this thing. Now, calm down. Could this really be from the sea? I can't hide the truth from you all. Indeed, this is a monster from the sea. Then, this has to be reported to the Inquisition right away. We need to call the penal battalion over to deal with these monsters. No. Have the Inquisitors themselves come. Otherwise, we're all doomed. Now. Sussy mom. Oh, cute. It seems everyone's running towards the chapel. What's going on? Hey, someone, tell me what happened. Someone found a corpse of a monster out in the plaza. Monster? Things old Pedri was talking about? That's right, everyone's clamoring to pick a messenger to go fetch the Inquisition. Do you know what it looks like? I heard it had fangs a meter long and 8 pairs of eyes. Hey, where are you going, Thiago? Head back and wait for me, Jordy. Don't set foot outside no matter what. But... okay, I got it. Better not get mixed up in all this chaos. Who knows what kind of vile diseases these monsters might be carrying. Monster? Oh. What in the world is going on? Who's there? Wait! Damn you, Ager. Accursed Ager. He actually went and slaughtered one of our kin. My wound. You're... Jordy? You know me? Who are you? You don't need to know, nor do you know me. I know you, if only because you're an Ager. You're hurt? Yes, and I will bandage... will you bandage me up? Aren't you the chapel's caregiver? I can help you, but you have to tell me how this happened. Very well. Take a seat. Just bear with it. Stop moving. Luckily you haven't broken... you don't have any broken bones or ruptured organs. Is this a laceration wound? There's even sawdust stuck between the skin. How did this happen? An Ager killed my kin. I was involved, but I managed to escape. Murder? In a small town like this? You'll have to bring this up with Uncle Thiago right away. Mayor Thiago can't control the Ager. How ironic. Only the Inquisition can punish him now. But you killed someone in your family. We're already being hunted. Out of ignorance, fear, anger, the latter lingering from the disaster. Thank you, I already feel much better. Wait, are you Mr. Juan? So you still remember my face, Jordy? Have you ever wanted to gaze into the sea? Gaze into the sea? Uncle Thiago has never taken me to the coast before, but... The sea was dark. The wind tugged at his hair, and the waves roared. The meaning of a hometown varies from person to person. It might be the aroma of wheat, the angle of the shadow cast across an alley, or the sound of wheels rolling over mud and snow. But at that moment, the one which I am referring to in the sentence, the moment of time that is perhaps happening during the sentence that I'm speaking right now, this moment, the moment, that moment, that is the moment with, I was in the middle of a joke. You're gonna leave in the middle of the joke? I was doing a joke. Alright, take care, Snow. That moment! Jordy knew that his life in Grand Faro had already been paid for in advance with his hometown. The land already forgotten the ocean's true form, but sooner or later we shall all return to the sea. Thank you, Jordy. Thank you for your kindness. May infinite altruism fill the void of existence one day. If you're still eager, Jordy, then leave us be. Turn back and return to your life. It is better that way. Momentous mommy Flarous moments. Perhaps you too, like your parents before you, will go in search of the lighthouse. What did you say? I didn't catch that. My kindred refugees have come for me. But do not worry. Grand Faro has always been a stepping stone. Our destination is the sea. Oh. Oh no. Jordy, Jordy, Aegir. We shall meet again. Damn, we only got to the first stage. She. This is tiny.
Compassion saves no one on the battlefield.
Why hast thou come? I don't want to do this. Can I just like throw Salish at it?
It's my duty to stand here.
Do you think Salish can solo the stage? I think that'd be really funny. Oh, no, she can't. Damn. Look, Flora gameplay. Yep, sure is. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. This is not romance voiceover. Yeah, I know, right? This isn't the one thing. Bonk, bonk. Oh my... Woo! Sure would be embarrassing if I just, like, failed the first stage. That has a recommended level of 20. Sure would be awkward if that happened, wouldn't it? So that didn't happen. Didn't that... Because... Obviously, why would that have happened? SN8 is hard as fuck. That's really cool, but we're not gonna get there today, probably. Because we were reading the story, which means that we are... I don't even think we're gonna get to 8 today. But definitely, anytime someone says something is hard, I get excited. So... Unfortunately, that excitement does not yet allow me still to do the stages more. I could keep playing, I guess, if I really wanted to. I just don't know how long the story is. And I said that I'd read it because people voted for it. Or we could skip all of the story and just spend a stream reading it. But somehow I feel like that kills the mood. I find it funny that some of them just like walk off. Is that like... Is that what this tile is supposed to mean? You skip everything and read later because of sanity cap? Unfortunately, I let my sanity die all the time because I don't farm, so... The sea is black. I was 4 or 5 at the time. Old Thiago, the mayor of Gran Faro, took an armed company of adults down to the coast. That's how Kevin was born? Yes. But with these, I didn't expect the sea monsters to just hop into the sea, I guess. I still remember what the weather was like back then. It was hazy and turbulent and colder than most evenings, despite still being afternoon. Its coldness was not a temperature, but rather a color, one that had lost its warmth. I found out only later that was the last time Gran Faro did maintenance work on the Eye of Iberia, or rather, tried to. The penal battalion quickly brought back news. There was dejection in the adults' faces, but I didn't fully understand what had happened. I simply stared at the junction between sea and sky in a daze. The sea is black. Perfectly suits this land devoid of hope. Mayor Thiago, it's here. Oh, Mayor Thiago is here. So what old Pedri said was true, Ayaya. Even if I wished to deny it, I'd be quickly silenced by the reality in front of our eyes. But what kind of person could slay a monster, then offhandedly toss it here? I hope you'll let me handle this. That. If we don't dispose of it properly, I'm afraid it could become a danger down the road. Besides, this is not a rare opportunity. Is this not a rare opportunity to study a sea terror? Very well, but I'll be coming with you. None of us know exactly what that thing is yet, and we certainly can't rule out the possibility that its blood might attract more of its kind. No objections here. With me, lads. Move aside so I can wrap up this body. Like, that's fair, and I understand. I just find it funny, okay? Like, yeah, you're just gonna put that against you? Just gonna like, paste that Sprite on top of it? Yeah, you got it. Well, it's not as heavy as it looks. So, where to, Ayaya? Follow me. Don't just stand there gaping. Hurry on home now, people. Are we really not gonna report this to the Inquisition? What do we do if more monsters show up? There's no need to get them involved. But I said we don't need them. Thiago. This town doesn't need the penal battalion interfering just yet. We'll handle things our own way. If the Inquisition sent its people here and saw this thing, we'd never see another peaceful day in Gran Faro. Do you really not understand that? But never mind. Forget it. Let's go, Ayaya. We got Twitch chatters to tell about the fancy emotes. We're really just gonna listen to him? Old Thiago's hatred for the Inquisition goes back more than just a day or two. But if something really were to happen without the penal battalion here, who's gonna fight the monsters? Us? Plus, there have been more and more outsiders lately. It's like Thiago doesn't even see them. If they were to blend in with the outsiders. I knew it. We really should send someone to the Inquisition. Oh, hi Jujitsu. I was gonna call you Jujitsu, but... Hello, Jitsu. How's it going? Am I a cutie? Is that a thing? I don't... Thank you. I knew it. Well, we're reading the Arknights event, and we only got through the first stage. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and we got through the first stage. I guess an hour and 45 minutes. I think tangents have been pretty minimal, so we've just been reading all of it. I hope it doesn't, you know, make people who are interested in the story be like, can't believe this person's reading the story but complaining complaining about it the entire time. But, you know, it's just long. Like, I wouldn't mind, but it's, like, really, really long. I play Genshin Impact. I mean, you know, it's fine. Genshin Impact is at least voice acted. I say at least, but obviously there's a lot of production that needs to go into voice acting, so. But it's expensive. Yeah, I mean, gacha games are, in general, expensive. I think the estimated value of trying to get a 6-star is like $450 or something. It's like very, very high. Spent a lot of money for a 5-star? Yeah, that's kind of... I don't know if you know this, but that's sort of how gacha games work. You know, I'm a little bit you know, I'm not the most familiar, but... I don't want to get branded a heretic. Miss Aya. What's with that author over there? Let's touch base with the other members of AUS first. I feel like we can't just ignore all this. The game is good, but the amount of money is insane. Genshin is a video game, is what I'm gonna say. I should log in and try to pull for the what's it called? Small Dendro Archon. Sadly, it's not like I have the ability to pull for her anyways. Broke tactician school life and all. Is the chapel normally this deserted? What happened to your god and your faith? Not every Iberian is practicing Lateran. Miss Alti, the town has become quite dangerous, and I need to ensure your safety until Dr. Calcid arrives. Might as well put on a show here, then. Some music would help calm everyone's nerves. That's not what I meant. Then calm down. Let me take a stab at what I think happened. I saw some kind of sea creature. Right, you guys called it a sea terror. Whether the Iberians or Calcid were first to call it that doesn't really matter to me. A sea terror beneath a cruelly dry sky. Its observant and analytical scales are with nowhere to belong. It knows very well that this is not its home. It lives back home. Just spent 100 and got her once? That's... I think that's lucky. I think 100 is lucky for a 5-star. Welcome, Nathan. Man, you know what's really unfortunate about these reading streams is that, like, I do want, like, if I had infinite endurance, I would read. I would just, like, keep reading, but I don't think so. Just managed to get here. Did you pull anything? Yeah, on my first single pull, I pulled, the lantern, the levitaty girl. And then I 10-pulled and got a blue bag. I was gonna say Iris, but I think her name's Irene, right? I've got it. That sea terror was probably hung high up on that sculpture, and it was singing the latest wave of rock and roll, right? It wasn't hung up there, nor was it singing, but you got like 80 or 90% of it down. Is Irene good? I kind of read her skills and wasn't super sure. Can she be used similar to BB for like stally stuff? She's a very good burst operator, I see. That's probably useful somehow. You surprised me again, Miss Alti. Was that your arts? Who's to say that death itself isn't just another kind of song? That's what it taught me. And it's a real travesty of nature that the beauty of it can't be appreciated across species. What do you think? Fortunately, such an art form is not required by all organisms. Dr. Calcid, how come I couldn't get a hold of you this whole time? Long story short, I'm under surveillance of the Iberian Inquisition in exchange for their trust. We don't have much time, but the task before us is grave. Operator Elysium, go keep an eye on the two who took the Sea Terror's body away. I need to speak with Alti alone. Damn, Calcid! Looking cool as hell. Understood? Here's a communicator. You should already be familiar with my Arignum arts. So you can also pass it on to your colleagues. Will do. I know you prefer to keep handovers quick and efficient, but let me say this. I'm so relieved that you're safe and sound. Damn, Elysium. If I discover anything, I'll report back right away. Heading out. I appreciate it. Sorry, Nathan, so I'm guessing you use skill 3 to, like, levitate people and go... Assuming that is what she's used for. Cool. Is she... this might be a silly question, but is she more or less broken than Suitor? Long time no see, Doctor. Miss Salty. Sorry for making you come all this way. I understand this involves putting yourselves at risk to some extent. So why are you under surveillance? I couldn't just cut a deal with them? Or you can just cut a deal with them? Time is short, and Iberia's paranoia, masquerading as piety, prevents me from meeting with the Inquisition's upper echelons. Are you in a hurry? The other countries still do not understand what we're dealing with. They're unable to comprehend how a vast, mighty land in its golden age disappeared into the silence. Suitor is in a league of her own? That's why I was asking the question, right? Because the thing is, I don't have a Suitor. Like, I don't have one. Which is why it's like, I have all these other things, but I don't have, like, the de facto drop Suitor, laugh at thing in front of Suitor. But Irene definitely has her uses. Okay. Kind of did want Spalter. Because she's cute. So how much more insane does making Arknights content get if the story changes based on winning or losing fights? That would probably be pretty insane. Yeah, I'm not sure. But that's not gonna happen. It's not a thing they've implemented. That is also fair. Yeah, it's more of a, like, I don't know if I have people who fill certain roles. Honestly, like, monster, like, Calstit skill 3 is my, like, de facto single target nuking person. Oh. That is my USBs. Yeah, which, by the way, the stream hasn't, like, been crashing visually, so I think it's literally my top USB ports are just unusable, which is super annoying, by the way. And I may as well have witnessed it with my own eyes. Fair enough. Where are the others? We rarely get to go on tours, so let them enjoy some free time. What you want is right here. I know what that is. I came to you for a reason as last time. That said, I have little love for the sea these days, especially after hearing what you had to say about it. Hopefully you've had enough time to make up your mind. Before we get to that, Doctor, doesn't it seem like you've been working on, let's call it, bedside manner? Like an x-ray machine with a voice greeting? Whoops! Put my foot in my mouth again. You started to be used to that though, right? But how quaint indeed. Quaint. I didn't think anything could possibly change the way you dealt with people, or should I say your personality. There's always something. Alright, maybe I'd rather not pry into your personal affairs. Something I've had to learn for Arknights is that pretty much every operator has a use and a niche they fill. Yeah, I mean, we just call that good game design. Right? But there are, like, some things that I don't necessarily want access to because I have something that fills a similar role, or, you know, Yeah, I mean, basically that. It's like, I don't know if I want to level Irene because I kind of like, I don't know, have stuff for that. I even have a Schwartz that I haven't leveled, but if I wanted a physical damage, like, physical damage boss killer, it would be Schwartz, right? Haven't even leveled her. He's here. He's still here. It's not just him. There's more. The scent of the sea. Since when were there so many Aegir in this little town? There's more of them. The Inquisition planned it. Maybe even now, at this very moment, there are still Inquisitors. Their heads addled with their ignorant laws, intent on continuing their self-righteous deeds. When did you have the time to wrap yourself up around after escaping from the enemy? An Aegir helped me. A friend? No, just an Aegir who loves the sea. What do you do about our brother's body? It's currently in the hands of Ayaya and Thiago. We have to figure something out. We ought to prepare a funeral for it. Funeral is a human ritual, not ours. Ayaya said that we should live the way our hearts dictate. Pure in despite, pure in worship, just as those ignorant Inquisitors treat their own faith. Would that not make us equally ignorant? Ignorance is a part of our very nature we have yet to throw away. We have not yet become them. Sophistry? Am I supposed to know what that is? What does that mean? The use of fallacious arguments, especially with the intention of deceiving. I see. Ayaya means bonk flare. Bruh! No! Stop! Please. I don't want the bonk. I just want to say Ayaya. Schwartz is a good option for physical range damage, yes, but if you have other range units, you of course don't need to build her. Or others if you don't want to. Well, yeah. I meant more like physical damage nuking person. I already have not leveled the other physical damage nuking person. Kind of missed the main story. War was a little easy for me to follow since played a little bit of it. This got a lot of characters, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not like we know them either. I don't think a story necessarily needs you to know the characters beforehand to be able to, like, understand, right? If you're saying that the story is good only based on the fact that you know the characters, then, like, is it a good story? That I can't deny. That's a funny, like... It's a funny text box to come back to after I was making a statement, but... That I can't deny. The big butts. Brother, I can't deny them. Yes, big butts indeed. Long have we lived on land, with no big butts to guide us. All we can do is seek out our own way of embracing the ocean. With big butts. But before that, we should give our brother a proper burial. We ought to mourn any senseless death. More like lots of lore bits that I don't know. Exactly, and what I'm suggesting is that it's like, do you need to know every single lore bit in order to enjoy a story? Or can a story be interesting without knowing every single little thing? Overarching story is that Aegir started expanding beyond the land to under the sea, pissed off the sea terrors, and ended up in a war with them, leading to the creation of the Abyssal Hunters. Well, there you go. It's like, these are all new characters, right? Who would be able to slay this creature with such ease, Thiago? What? I'd understand if it had been surrounded by 4 or 5 penal battalion soldiers, or if it took the flames of castigation from an Inquisitor's lantern. But this poor sea terror has but a single wound on its body. While I've never personally seen the rumored High Inquisitors fight, I'd imagine that if anyone in all of Iberia could pull this off, it'd be them. Impossible! Nobody has seen an Inquisitor come to Grand Faro. But our little town, which rarely sees any outsiders, has been welcoming visitor after visitor as of late. Surely this can't all be due to the Inquisition's negligence, right? That. Perhaps the marching of the penal battalion cannot be hidden from our ears. But what of the Inquisitors? If they changed out of their uniforms and concealed their lantern and swords, how would we ever know? You mean to say that an Inquisitor might already be here, hidden among the outsiders? I'm saying it's a possibility. I'm going on a little walk. Iago! I'm sure even if you understand that most people would rather have the Inquisitors help them get rid of the Sea Terrors. I know. Of course I know. I would hate a beast for no reason, but I will hate those people. Or I wouldn't hate a beast for no reason, but I will hate those people, those Inquisitors. Aya gently caresses the Sea Terror's corpse. The fate left to it by death was not such a terrible one. By human standards, it certainly appears deformed and terrifying, but what about from other perspectives? How would the court of nature or life itself judge this perfect creature? Alone in the empty pub, Aya decides to stop pondering this question, or at least the pub appears empty. She and Thiago believe it is. But the shadows begin to writhe, and something steps out from within. Its simple outline etched out beneath the dim light's glow. It is a person in Aegir. Is that Gladia? Was this your doing? Oh no, it's someone else. Bizarre Hunter. It has nothing to do with you. You don't look like you're from the penal battalion. You cannot deceive me. Wait, you're an Aegir? That makes you even less likely to be an Inquisitor. Silence is the most terrifying sound in the sea. We cannot tolerate it a second time. None of us can. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I think you should leave. The Bishop of Sal Viento is dead. I'm not as patient as you might believe. I never thought I'd see a living abyssal hunter with my own eyes. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's probably easier to have something comfortable, right? I was just suggesting that, like, I think one good quality of, like, good storytelling would be, like, the characters being introduced and whatever, well, correctly, so that you care about them, right? Basically, my understanding so far is that, what's her face? Aya is some investigator, journalist, person thing. Old person who's been here for a while. Thiago is harboring an Aegir person, which is the medic guy. And then there's, like, cultists in the town, and supposedly the cultists are assuming that the Inquisition brought sea monsters here to pin the, you know, to cause a ruckus, I suppose. And it's not like you need to know who, what's his face is. Elysium is, as he introduced himself. You can kind of get a sense of who they are by their talkings. The band is definitely a little bit out of place. And also it's hard for me to understand the significance of Ulti, because I wasn't really paying attention the first time. In Calst, it's just an old granny, who was also introduced at the beginning of the arc. And, yeah, the speakings of between her and the other person are like, we don't really know who they are, but supposedly they're an important person and we're talking to them. And they're from the Inquisition and are keeping a close eye on Kelstead. So it's like, all these things exist. Stuff is happening. Cultists are obsessed with sea terrors, wanting to coexist with them and worship them or outright become them, from my memory and understanding. Salviento is the town from the Undertide story? I see. Inquisitors? No, impossible. How could an Inquisitor be here? Mr. Thiago, just now Mr. Thiago? Get out of this place as soon as possible. You and the rest of your lot. You're a nice lad, I can see that. Jordy can too, but there's something sleeping beneath our little town. There's nothing normal about any of this. No. Iberia has never been normal, not since then. I hear you. I'll leave as soon as I can. But I think I saw something in front of your chapel just now. Tell me, lad. Are you from the Inquisition? You trying to get close to Jordy so you can take him away? Mr. Thiago? Go ahead and lie to me. I'll fight you to the death too, outsider. I'm not. You know as well as I do, if I were really after that Ager, why would I wait so long? It's just a single sea terror. We're by the coast, and we've seen things like this before, decades ago. There's nothing to get worked up over, outsider. It's none of your business. Mayor Thiago, I'm willing to help you iron out some of the issues in town. You? There's nothing for you to do. Even if it meant Jordy's life will be in danger? But yeah, again, for me, it's really the pacing of this stuff. Like, I don't mind reading, like, a small scene. But we've gone through, like, 7 scene transitions. Like, we've literally been reading the scene for, like, 20 minutes. Right? Like, I'm fine with, like, a little bit and a little bit. But, like, it's hard for me to know when these damn scenes are gonna be over. Like, that felt like an okay place to end the scene. We don't have to go back to the tavern. You know what I mean? It's like they, you know, Elysium was told to go find out what was happening with the stuff. And then he went and found out what was happening with the stuff. Like, we could have ended the scene. It happens in the main story too, where it's like, alright guys, we're starting the operation, and then the operation doesn't start. Like, Christ, dude. The pacing feels so off sometimes. No one's here. Why aren't Aya and Thiago here? It's his scent. That damn Ager. He took Aya away? How dare he? No, that's not quite right. Aya doesn't know how to fight. He wouldn't do anything to her. At least our brother remains are still here. What do we do now? Take it away. This rotting shack is not suitable to be its coffin. After that, we'll find it a proper home. Look at it. Death is nothing more than a gentle attendant. This is something that Ager Butcher could never understand. Let's go. So in other words, we're what? Insurance? To my understanding, none of you have any desire to return to the ocean and fight those monsters. We were born of the sea, or you were born of the sea, and are very powerful. But even if you regain your original forms, you will never be able to rid yourselves of those creatures. Oh, it's that dangerous. More than you can imagine. To be honest, though, we've never cared too much about that. We just do what we want. Most people inhabiting this great land probably think the same, right? If the Seaborn can understand language and music, then I'm sure you'll find an audience, even if disaster were to befall Terra. In fact, They're more complete creatures than humans, and have greater resistance to all sorts of things. Give them a few hundred years, and maybe they'll even adapt to Rignum. I'm aware. So answer me this, Doctor. Us, the Aegir, sea terrors, the seaborn, and all our pitiful kin lurking in the depths of the ocean. How are any of us different in your eyes? You were born much later. There are many things you do not understand yet. When Frost awoke from a deep rock formation, her first thought was to get away from those aliens and monsters. There's nobody to communicate with in the sea, and everyone on land eventually hides their original forms and disappears. Fortunately, music can open a crack in the loneliness. If this situation is resolved, I'll have plenty of time to discuss the past. I also hope that none of you actually get involved with either Iberia's or the Aegir's plans. Why not? I thought you were eager for us to lend a helping hand. It's been too long since I've been in touch with the Aegir. The tides are crying out, and the lack of information hampers my predictions. We do not yet know the true origins of this calamity, nor are we able to infer any possibilities. Worst case scenario, even you won't have any way to... It seems you have uninvited guests. Huh? They already have the nerve to show themselves openly in town? Someone's knocking at the door. Without a word, Calcit turns her eyes to the chapel doors. The thick wooden slabs had endured an unfathomable amount of turmoil over the years, each mark upon them a chronicle of the past. She knows there is something outside them, and what it is, what she cannot imagine, however, is that the Church of the Deep's followers would already dare to be so brazen. Or perhaps... Okay. These things were going on, but yeah. Also think more art would be effective. PNGs can get kind of silly sometimes. Like even light novels know this. This is why there's usually an art piece when something crucial is happening. Anyways, you just want W back. Well, we haven't even gotten like one chapter in. Like there's 8 stages usually. Or like we've gotten like 1 stage in. And there was already like art of the town square and all the people rumbling about. So like on pace for art, we've already gotten 1. It's like a lot for Arknights, I suppose. Outsiders, a grotesque scent belonging to those strange Aegir. The 2 cultists step into the chapel. This Lateran edifice, once wrapped in the cloth of faith, now drapes these 2 faceless figures. In their arms they hold their brother, a sea terror, or perhaps just a being stripped of all other names, now nothing more than an expired life form. Look, what they're holding in their arms. A sea terror. They don't intend to fight. The cultist carrying his brother's body passed by Calcit without turning his head, as if he does not even see the 2 standing in his path. It is as if he has come all the way from the doors of the chapel to step into the depths of martyrdom. Do you want to know how many stages and cutscenes there are for this event? I mean, I can anticipate like a cutscene at the start and at the end of basically every stage. Most of the time. The thing that's usually like... I think the thing that bothers me the most about Arknights, like, visual novel-esque story, or just in general with this kind of thing, is I don't know when it's gonna end. Like I said, there's usually times where it feels like there's a clean stop, and then it goes to another viewpoint. Where it's like, oh, that felt like a good place to stop, and then it keeps going. And I was like, okay, well, guess we keep going. It's like, this feels like a good place to stop, and then it keeps going. Like, there's no downtime, which is really weird, right? So, in my opinion, there's too much. Like, yeah, that's my opinion. There's too much and the pacing doesn't well communicate when it's going to end. Because it feels like it's going to end, and then it doesn't. So, yeah. Which sucks, because, like, it's interesting to hear about all of the, like, I want to know about the lore. I want to know about the, like, stories of all the things that are happening and going on. It's just, like, really freaking long. It's like, I don't know if it has to be this long to fully carry all of the stuff. Like, some of it's, like, I don't know if it's significant enough to, like, put all of this. And if this is the, like, reduced form after, like, some amount of design meetings or whatever they felt was appropriate, like does anyone else weigh in on how long these bits should be? Or is, like, the narrative team literally just far and away writing, like, everything? Right? Like, I don't know. And again, if this is, like, scoped down or reduced, it's like, Christ. Damn. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't explicitly unenjoy it or don't enjoy it. I just, like, never know when it's going to stop. Which I'm attributing to a pacing thing, but it might not even be pacing, right? My brother, oh brother, hear me out. It is our incompetence that led to your untimely fate. It is our cowardice that prevented you from returning to the sea. Forgive me, my brother. I can yet hear your voice. The people of this world all believe death to be the terminus of all life, but we understand that once our individual forms are transcended, even death itself is powerless. He lays his brother's remains upon the ground and draws a deep breath. He falls to his knees, his eyes filled with sorrow. Until we return to the ocean, I shall be your coffin. I will take you back to the deeps. Oh. Are they about to commit tentacle infusion? Come, my brother, may you slumber eternally, we shall become one. The oral ingestion of protein is an act of feeding, yet he did not intend to consume his brother. He was simply forced to use a more primordial method of bringing the two together as one. Chimera. Well, time to commit. Time to commit tentacle monster assimilation. The simplest method of forcefully penetrating his own torso with the sea terror's body. Should we stop him? It's pretty gross and totally lacking in aesthetics. Someone will, but not us. Juan, what are you doing? It's still alive. I can feel it. What did you say? The Inquisition is here. You... Ah! Repulsive. Though this chapel may be deserted, it is still a sacred place to the Iberian Inquisition. And if you dare openly blasphemize or blaspheme our laws and creeds... Someone from the Inquisition actually snuck in? But what about that Ager? Juan! You... Curse you, damn Iberian! Kill him! Ah! The sea terror of the grim lake crests and trows, as the mountains roiling in the twilight, carrying the scent of rotting flesh. The traitor nearly usurps the throne of his new home, screeching gleefully. To think that you would target such a small, inconspicuous town after Salviento. Even now, the Inquisition underestimates the scope of the Church of the Deep's influence. Indeed, your taint is pervasive. Persuasive, ooh. Persuasive taint. AK has a running joke that the cutscenes in lore is super long. I didn't know that. Which is why people pretty much make entire video essays about main and event stories for Arknights. I don't know. I want you to understand that I simply feel some amount of conflict. That the narrative delivery of this game is this way. I think even, like, in JRPGs, they sometimes have more tact. To, you know, you talk to people. You choose to talk to people and figure things out. Whereas this is very expositional in a way. And the thing that makes it the most unfortunate is that it's actually interesting. There's just likely too much of it. At a time. Even weaker than any Church of the Deep's remnants I've seen. Why do you insist on staying in this unremarkable town? Answer me. See, I wasn't sure if we weren't gonna pan back to the other characters. Yeah. Ooh. There's more stuff. See, I do like these little bits, these things. This is really only the first stage? Yeah! That's what I'm saying! It's fucking 3 hours into the event, and all of it, like, basically all of it was exposition and inciting incident. Like, I don't know if people understand this, right? Like, because it's a feeling of confliction, right? That's like, it's very interesting. I want to hear about the Thulu cult that is invading this new town where the mayor is, like, fostering, like, an Ager who doesn't know really what they're doing and seems to have, like, a good heart and all that stuff. And, like, you know, I want to hear about it. But goddamn, if you're gonna make me, like, have a 50-minute cutscene. Christ. Have a good night, Pexy. It's super nice looking and I hope they use it more. I agree. The little, like, nodes of having, like, bits of exposition while the rest of the stuff is happening, it's kind of nice. I think, okay, now hear me out. I think that a good way to have this still be the way, I don't know if I'm gonna repeat that. I'm sorry. I don't read random names, mostly because I don't know if they're, like, pop culture figures or whatever, or characters or things, like, that I don't know about, so I don't read random names. Especially when people ask me for them. So, you know. Yeah, you play JRPGs. Like, I thought main story was enjoyable, but this is too much for me. Yeah, again, like, pacing, right, is a thing. But what I was going to say about this was, all of these should be optional. You should not be required to click on any of these to go to the next story. Because again, it's kind of like the JRPG thing, where it's like, do you want to explore the Dark Cellar? Or do you want to go to the next stage? And then you go like, but then people aren't going to read it. But it's like, people will find more value in it if you don't force them to read it. Right? If people come to their own accord on, like, participating in a thing, they will likely find more value in it. So, I don't know. It's like kind of the same qualm I have with Genshin. None of it's skippable. They sure do force you to read it. I don't know if that, like, 100% stands for the record, but I don't know. I find this a little bit like a hub area where you're talking to NPCs. And as I was saying with the JRPG example, it's likely, like, you can leave them there and then not force people to read it, and people will probably read it anyways. Worst part is that there's more lore info in the Inquisition minutes. What is that? What is the Inquisition minutes? What is... Oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're not reading this. Yeah. Alright. What the hell was that? Why is this happening to Grand Faro? First the Aegir, then the cultists? And now these damn monsters. I need to leave this place, otherwise... I've seen it with my own eyes. The Inquisition's flames will burn a person's soul dry. I leave these things to you. Oh, cool. They gave me stuff. Misty Silhouette is just the CG art. I see. Unattended store. Cultists have infiltrated the town and their rituals are blocking the way. Okay. Oh. So I can't go back there. Cultists have infiltrated the town and the growling of monsters drifts from the shadows. It is impossible to pass through here. Cool. A strange wheeled device rolls down from the pile of debris, covered in dust and missing parts, but still emitting a strange glow. It's unclear what activated it, but it nevertheless whirs to life. Around its chassis are the words, "Little hand..." Stop it. Stop. Come on. Come on. Like, guys, come on now. Little handy, like, come on. If its missing components can be found, it may prove unexpectedly helpful on the battlefield. Okay. Oh, can I? Oh, I can go back. I deserve that, bonk. The devout gather around the chapel, trembling as they close their eyes. They turn around and press their foreheads against the cold wall, as if the chapel's weather-worn stone had become their last pillar of support. Fire! Light! He's brought light. An old man covers his eyes, convulsing as he screeches. Ooh, seaside path. He grew up along the coast. He longed for a freedom to see the ocean. Yeah, so this is going to be another entire thing. Yeah, look, little handy as parts. Time for a cutscene? No, I think that's going to be it for today. Can you believe we've been going for 3 hours and we have played one stage of Arknights? A single stage in 3 hours. So, a little sus, my friends. Anyways. Tomorrow's Yu-Gi-Oh! And I kind of want to, like... just, like, play more Arknights event. You know what I mean? But I would feel bad if people came for, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And then didn't get what they wanted, you know? I guess it's kind of like, would people still want me to read the story if it was like next week? Or is this one of those like, people only want me to read the story because it's new? Like, I don't know if like the reading is just going to be boring by next week because everyone would have already read it.
Hey, Doctor. You look cheerful as always.
Is that your observation? Is that I look cheerful? I don't know about that one. I don't know if cheerful is the right word for that. Story is interesting nonetheless, entirely up to you how you want to do things. Kratos won't know any more of it next week. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, you know, I don't fully understand the value of reading the story with everybody.
Doctor, when I see you here like this, it reminds me of the days I spent lazing around in the Rhodes Island offices. The sunshine, the card games, and my friends. It really brings back memories.
Cute. But yeah, it's like I'm not sure. Because it's weird. The last couple of streams seem to have done pretty well. Or it seems people were interested in it. So like I don't know. Like I'm genuinely unsure. If people are interested in it, then I'll keep doing it. And like not begrudgingly. It's literally just like part of me worries, right? That people like I think Arknights tends to do well anyways, you know what I mean? Like the gameplay of figuring out how to do a stage seems to be engaging for people. You know what I mean? But it's like, would that same audience be interested in like reading all the story? Basically. Because let's say I wanted to reasonably make it through the story. I think allocating 3 hours for these streams is like reasonable. But that also means if I want to get to the end of the story before the goddamn event is over, I have to schedule like 4 Arknights streams. So if you want to like delve into an Arknights lore rabbit hole for a couple of weeks, then we can do that. I'm not really sure what else I was playing anyways. I think I was playing Hades. Hades is voice acted though. I was playing, like, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Every couple of weeks. I was playing Monster Hunter. Cat seems interested. To be honest, I tend not to bother with the story while playing, then watch or listen to a video on the story. It's easier in some ways, more concise, because it isn't interrupted occasionally. Yeah, like getting the entire story isn't interrupted by the gameplay. Like if you want to just know what's happening in the story, you don't get stuck on like a level for an hour or something. I don't know how long people get stuck. So like we could do that, I suppose. I guess I'm just trying to like think it through or something. Because like I even want to move back the Vanguard stuff. Or I guess like I won't know if people are interested in sticking around, or like I won't know if people are here for story just because it's new unless I schedule Arknights next week. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like I can't know. Or is this one of those like strike while the iron's hot and just like schedule it tomorrow, right? I don't know. But that's probably going to be it for today. We have 2 votes for yes, and like to be fair, there was like a non-zero percentage of yes, so we can definitely read it. I guess part of what I'm basing it on too, though, is like other content creators who have said they've read the story before, and how do you say it? They've like done story reading stuff, and like their viewership was not as interested. So I don't know if that's like kind of similar, right? Am I able to observe the same trend in like, if people just wanted to see me play stages, but then they come in and I'm reading and they're like, nah, this shit's boring, and they leave. You're having fun either way? Okay. It's good to have input. I feel like we can make a mini game out of like guess when the cutscene's gonna end in Arknights. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if there was some, like, if we had channel points similar to, like, stuff on Twitch, right? And people could, like, bet channel points on, like, when a scene in Arknights is gonna end, I feel like that'd be, like, a really funny meme. Like, super extra omega funny. Trink, if you think the cutscene ends and it doesn't end, it's all Flare's good times to me. I like stages more than story. I see. Hydrate. I don't have any water. Maybe if it's a matter of interest, why not play story first, then go through story as a separate section? Well, because, like... Yeah, it's okay. Stream's gonna be over soon, Flute. But welcome. I'm gonna dodge that. I have dodged it. Haha. You idiot. You've missed. Sadly, drive time. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you later, Kraos. Yeah, it's like I wanted to watch the Arknights anime tomorrow, which leads me to believe that I should play Arknights. But I scheduled Yu-Gi-Oh! Which makes me feel silly. Oh. Because, like, there's a non-zero amount of people who come to Master Duel. Yeah, Master Duel does pretty well, too. Yeah, I guess I'll just not be impatient and schedule it for next week. Why bunk? What is this? That bunk is completely unjustified. How dare you? I'll schedule it for next week. I won't rush it. Also, like, we did like three story readings in a row. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I can't tell if my voice is dying from like reading all the story or if it's dying because I've had a busy week. So I'm kind of wondering if like going a story heavy day and a non-story heavy day is maybe like something I should be doing as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to think on it. Either way, probably Yu-Gi-Oh! Tomorrow. So yeah, if you're here for gameplay and you're taking off the slide, thanks so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support as always. Has a lot of long story bits, just a fair warning. That is fair. If we go like one event stage per thing, you know what I mean? Would Lyria play older games? Yeah, I mean, I have a PS2, so like I sometimes play PS2 games. I was thinking of playing Snake Eater at some point in time because I have a disc for that. But haven't gotten around to it yet. Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network games. I don't think I know of any. That makes sense. I don't think I ever played any of those games. Let's hop over here. Oh, I just realized it's still the spooky background. I should change that. Boom. Where is the background? Oh, maybe it's this? There we go. Not spooky colors. Okie dokie. So, I guess we just stamp it off for today. I was gonna ask if anyone wants a token, but I don't want to make a token because I'm tired. You wish for a Dead or Alive playthrough? I don't think I will be playing Dead or Alive. At risk of my channel being demonetized. Duelist of the Roses or Capsule Monsters? I don't think I know what either of those things are. Also, I don't know why the chat is so, like, laggy. But it sometimes doesn't send the messages, and as soon as I look over it sends like 70. It's very odd. I feel like I want this to match the size of the other ones. You guys have a good one? Yeah. I think that's going to be it for today. So, decided to stick around for the last couple of minutes or whatever. I'll say thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's been a busy week for me. I'll say for now that I'm looking forward to reading some more story. So, yeah, I suppose more Arknights story next week. Not tomorrow. As much as when I'm on a roll with something, I want to just keep going with it. I feel like since Yu-Gi-Oh! Streams are pretty popular, I should do as I have set out to on my schedule. So, see you later, everybody. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye. Wah. Yeah, sorry about that, Snow. Stream went a little long anyways, so I should have already been gone by now.